behind her. "It's okay. I can watch TV." All right. At least that way I could lie down with her and get a bit more shut-eye, perhaps. Then I definitely would call Connor. Even though I felt paranoid, I double-checked the doors and windows were locked before I joined Mia on the couch. She'd mastered the remote control long ago and now had found the kids' shows. How the hell she did it was beyond me. Who had made that call? The voice sounded vaguely familiar, but only vaguely. Whoever it was had deliberately made themselves sound grating and harsh. And threatening, like they really meant it. "Fuck you, bitch. You're going to be sorry." I lay there, staring at the TV screen, and badly wanted to call Heath. Even the sound of his sleepy voice would make me feel better, and I could imagine him in bed. Sigh. Better not. Finally, at 6:30 a.m., I made Mia some cereal and called Connor. He sounded wide awake. "How long have you been up?" I asked. "Ages. I've just got back from a run." "Ugh. You need to give this fitness thing up. It might... never mind." I sighed. "What's up?" When I didn't answer straight away, he added, "I know something is. Come on, spit it out." "I got this phone call. It was a voice. It said..." I couldn't get the words out. Mia sensed something was wrong and blinked up at me, so I turned away. It sounded weird and threatening. "What did they say?" I repeated the words I'd heard, for some reason feeling sillier by the moment. "It's probably nothing. Forget I mentioned it." "It's not nothing," he said patiently. "It's pretty scary for you, and nasty. Did you recognize the voice?" "Not really." I heard it again in my head and swallowed hard. It was kind of metallic, but I couldn't even guess who it was. "Okay. You need to come in and make a report. After breakfast is good." "Really? Can't we just, I don't know, make a note and see what happens?" I twisted the phone cord around my fingers so tightly that I cut off circulation and had to flex them to get some feeling back. I wished I'd never called him. "No, we can't. I want it on record." A noisy slurp echoed down the phone line. "Sorry, coffee's a bit hot. I'll see you about 9:30, okay?" "Okay, thanks, I think." I hung up and went to make some coffee of my own. I was due at the pub at 10 a.m. for a meeting with Andre, and I had to get Mia ready for childcare. We were in a routine now, which made it all a bit easier. By the time I'd dropped her off at the centre and driven back to Candlebark, it was just after 9:30, and I met Connor coming out of his little police station, four-wheel drive keys in his hand. "Sorry, Judi," he said. "There's been a farm accident. I'll catch up with you later. I won't forget." He jumped into his police vehicle and roared off down the street, leaving me standing next to my old blue Mercedes, feeling a bit deflated. I'd psyched myself up to make the statement, and now it wasn't happening. As I drove to the pub, I thought about the call again. Was it someone I knew? Clearly, yes. Why would a complete stranger threaten me? I pictured all the regulars in the public bar, their cheery beer-flushed faces and chuckling banter. None of them, surely. Then I thought back to the events of a few months ago, when Macca, the pub owner, had been murdered. I'd got up a few people's noses then, but none of the key players were around much anymore. The ones who were had escaped prosecution, so they had no real beef with me. The bikies did, though. The police had descended on our little town of Candlebark and eventually rounded up half a dozen of them and charged them with dealing chop-chop and illegal tobacco. A couple of them had threatened Andre and me and caused a lot of trouble for us. I'd been so glad to see them hauled away, but those guys were like fungi.